Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Jackoy Helstock. I'm the president of the Graduate Recreation Society this year, and I just want to thank you all for coming out with us tonight for the 63rd Weir Banquet, as we honor all of our faculty and staff, as well as students who have won awards this year. Also, thank you for coming out here in the rain, as well as on this Good Friday. And I know you guys got things you want to get done for the rest of the day, as well as the weekend, so I'm not going to take much of your time and get the show on the road and invite our interim chair, Dr. Brian McCormick, up to the podium.
Good evening, all. My name is Brian McCormick. For those of you who don't know me, I am the interim chair of the Department of Recreation, Park, and Tourism Studies at Indiana University. Joke, I'm no longer acting chair. The amount of time I spent acting, you'd think I could actually act at this point. I can't. This evening's award ceremony and really recognition of the life of the department is a really important part of what we do. I wanted to make sure as well that before we went any further, there's a group of both graduate and undergraduate students without whom this banquet would certainly not be possible. And I'd actually like to ask all of those individuals who have been a part of the planning, the decorating, the catering, the ticket sales, the marketing, please stand up for just a moment, if you would. I also want to make sure that we recognize that this evening we have a few special guests with us. First, I'd like to recognize Dean Mo Tarabi, Dean of the School of Hyper, and his wife. David Lorman, who is chair of the Department of Applied Health Sciences, with us this evening as well. We also have with us two of our maritime faculty, Professor Bruce Aronic and Professor Jim Peterson. And then, as part of an event today that we'll hear a little bit more about this afternoon, we had a lecture this afternoon, the Betty Vandersmissen lecture. And we have with us this evening two special guests, Mr. Rev Gray and Mr. Jim Moss. As well as colleagues of Betty Vandersmissen who are very recognition, Sandra Whitmore, Brady Yerkes, and Mary Mosichan. Thank you all for being here this evening. It gives me great pleasure to also recognize some of our faculty. We have, I believe, an outstanding faculty, and they've been recognized nationally for a number of awards and recognitions. I'd like to begin by first recognizing my colleague, Dr. Lynn Jameson. This year as a fellow in the Academy of Leisure Sciences. The Academy of Leisure Sciences is the academy of scholars in the area of leisure studies, representing over 100 individuals whose area of scholarship is related to the broader field of recreation, park, leisure, and tourism studies. And it's an honor to have a fellow in the academy with us as part of our department, so congratulations. Dr. Barbara Hawkins. Dr. Hawkins is also a colleague of ours in the department, and she was recognized this year with a fellowship in the Association of Gerontology in Higher Education. The Association of Gerontology in Higher Education recognizes those working in the area of gerontology, particularly in higher education settings, to advance understanding of gerontology and gerontology education. So, Barbara, it's great to have you as part of our team. So, next recognitions then go to some of our faculty who have been recognized for their teaching expertise. I was talking with Dr. Sarah Young at the table, and we both received a little postcard that we had been nominated for a Student's Choice Award. But that was as far as either one of us ever got. And so this evening I'd like to recognize Dr. Sam Bassman. Sam, if you would please. really something that I would argue is really a very important recognition. This is entirely nominated and voted on by the students. And for a member of our faculty, actually, to get the level of support to be a Student's Choice Award winner really recognizes something that it takes almost the entire class voting for him for that award. So that is really a recognition that I'd like to make sure that we honor and really says something about the quality of your skills as an educator. So. And then the last recognitions I'd like to make, again, are for excellence in teaching. As part of an initiative from the Board of Trustees, some time ago, the trustees wanted to make sure that while we are a research institution, we also have a teaching mission. And so instructed all of the schools and college of this university to identify and recognize outstanding teachers. And there is an award called the Trustees Teaching Award. It is an award that is nominated. Candidates put together materials, they're evaluated by their peers, and they're recognized for their teaching excellence. And so this year we have two award winners of the Trustees Teaching Award for the School of Health, Physical Education, and Recreation. Our first one, Dr. Alan Ewert, is unable to be with us. He is continuing his work with a group called CORE, which is a leadership, outdoor recreation leadership group. They picked this evening to go canoeing, so I don't know, maybe I'd rather be here. So unfortunately, Dr. Ewert is not able to be with us. But Dr. Russell Noah is able to be with us this evening. That the Trustees Teaching Award is an award that's voted on by peers on a number of criteria, and so it really is a recognition of the excellence of teaching that Russ will contribute for this department, so thank you very much. With